Hi, I'm Rick Dior, and that was solo number 7 from the Chet Doboe book, Funk Drumming Workbook. So this is a continuation of the series of the solos in this book. I'm recording all of them. This is a little bit of a tricky solo because of number 1, the tempo, and number 2, these layers of notes. So you have the bass drum and the snare drum. It takes a certain amount of coordination to play these layered rhythms. This is very much in the style of Steve Gadd. He does a lot of that layering where he'll play like a samba. So with all that ghosting and all that kind of stuff. So this has a lot of ghosting in this solo. So these double 16ths on a snare drum in the beginning. As soft as you can play those. And to play those, I'm just dropping that left hand. If you play it matched, so. Same thing. I'm just a little more comfortable playing the ghost notes traditional, this soft. So let's talk a little about the trickiest part of this solo, which happens in line 4 when you have this rhythm. Now that's tricky, once again, because of the layering, but also because of the hi-hat accents here. So before that, we've been playing the hi-hat like this. So the way I'm doing that is shaft, tip, tip, shaft. So if you watch slowly, and you'll notice a slight arcing to my hand. So faster. So you see it coming out there. It's very relaxed, very bounced. I'm not using my wrist like this. It's very much rebound on the hi-hat. But in line 4, we have these accents now, like this. Perhaps the greatest example of that groove, if you listen to Stevie Wonder, Boogie On Reggae Woman. That's a great example of that reggae hi-hat with a backbeat. All right? So to do that, I'm doing it reverse. I'm doing it tip, right? And then shaft. So it's tip, shaft, tip, tip. All right, so that hi-hat needs to be accented, and you're making it easier on yourself when you use the shaft on this edge of the hi-hat. So all together, and we'll put the metronome slower now at 100, and that line 4 sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then at tempo, very tricky. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that second 16th on the snare drum, that accent, that's the trickiest one right there. Then it gets into this almost samba-ish groove here in line 5. I'll play that for you slowly at 100 once again. And we'll put on the 16th so you could hear the subdivision. 1, 2, 3, 4. you'll see the fourth bar from the end that you want to bring out the bass drum there. It's very musical to do that because it contrasts with the previous bar. So that's sort of a bass drum solo. You can also play this solo with a shuffly kind of feel, which sounds really good on this solo. 1, 2. So don't be afraid to stretch the phrasing either way, especially in that samba bar. So see, sometimes I'm playing it straight and then pulling back. You can play around with the feel here. So it's not too triplety and it's not too much in a 16th mode. So I hope you enjoyed this solo number 7, and we'll be back soon with solo number 8.